Hey everybody, so we're Lindsey and Molly Duncan, and we'd like to welcome you. Now this is going to sound a little bit strange, but did you know that you have a second brain? Now some of you may already know this, but I bet you don't know the significance that this second brain plays on how we feel mentally and physically on a daily basis. Now what I'm talking about is the brain and gut axis. The way your mind and gut are 100% connected. Your gut is your second brain, and the health of it plays a huge role on how you feel every single day. Actually, how you feel every single minute.
Yeah, that's 100% correct. And when the connection between the gut and the brain is off, a lot of issues can flare up for people.
Right.
So I feel like a lot of you are probably going to identify 60 to 70 million people in the US have digestive issues.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
And nearly 50 million people suffer from mood issues.
Yeah.
So clearly there is a break between the gut and the brain for a lot of people.
Yeah. And you know, as a certified nutritionist and an ND, I've known about this for over 30 years. Mm-hmm. So, and I've dealt with it on a personal level.
Right.
So both Molly and I have struggled with mind and gut issues, so we know these very, very well. Mm-hmm. And while they have looked and felt and manifested differently for each of us, they have come from a disruption in the brain and gut axis.
Right.
Now, we usually have to struggle, unfortunately, for a while before we're ready to do the work to go through things, right? And that's not any different for us, really.
Yeah, we were the same. We had to get really uncomfortable before we decided, hey, we need to do something about this.
To fix it.
Yeah, and we got to a point where it's like, what can we do to stop putting a Band-Aid or a temporary fix on these things and actually get to the root cause, understand them, and then begin to repair them?
Correct.
So this is where we began to basically peel the layers of the onion back, so to speak, and really use a method to repair all these issues and overall increase our quality of life.
And we did.
Yes. So our method and our motto has really become quality over quantity.
Right.
It is not about doing 100 different things all the time, which
Right.
I feel like a lot of people have that misconception and think they need to. It's about finding the right things and doing them consistently.
Correct.
So, in other words, if you are making quality strategic moves every day towards your gut and your mind, you're going to go from struggling with things like, poor mood, anxiousness, demotivation, poor sleep, high stress,
low energy.
Yeah, all those things. To actually feeling good, to being able to do the things you want to do and not being held back by these gut and mind disruptions. So this happened for us, and if you are interested in seeing kind of more of what we went through and what we came out of, you can watch our story. It's actually on the All In YouTube channel. Yeah.
So look, it's about having the right information. There's so much information out there, and it's very difficult to discern what's accurate and what's not accurate. Everybody's an expert today, right? People need accurate information and they need guidance so they can apply it to their life and they can get on a path, a good, clean, clear path to overall wellness.
Yes, 100%. So we want to help you with that information, and I have to kind of say you have so much credibility and so much experience with this kind of information because, like you said, you've been doing this for over 30 years and you had so much success in your clinic, so you know what to do when it relates to the gut and brain.
Yeah, absolutely.
So on that note, what are some core concepts that people really need to know when they go to address the gut and brain axis?
So that's easy. Number one is the gut-brain axis.
Gut-brain axis.
Yeah. I mean, you have to you have
really
to understand it, and we're going to take people through it and explain it to them from A to Z. And obviously, the largest nerve in our body that communicates between the two brains, the gut and this brain, is the vagus nerve. And this is critical to understand this, and it's critical to be able to help feed it and nourish it. The microbiome, how it affects the quality of life of so many people. People just simply don't understand that their gut microbiome is not healthy. And you must have a diverse gut microbiome in order to feel good, period. There's no ifs, no ands, no buts. It's made up of 69 trillion different cells. And those cells determine how we feel mentally and physically.
Yeah, and don't you feel like the microbiome is kind of like the it word of the natural health world, and it's like take probiotics,
Yeah,
and it's a lot more than just. I mean, that's part of the equation, but there's a lot more.
That's 10% of the equation.
Right.
So,
correct.
Also, number 3, being bowel-minded. Those of you who've heard me over the years know I've said I'm bowel-minded, and yes, that means thinking about and understanding more about your poop. If you're not eliminating, if you're not getting the toxins and the poisons and moving it through your body, then how are you going to rebuild your gut microbiome? How are you going to build the brain and gut axis? There's just no way. So you have to start off strong. You have to start off with the right step.
100%. Yes. Yes.
So let me ask you a question. What would you say is critical in this gut-brain axis? What is something that you can share with people that is, in your eyes, really important?
Yeah, like a core concept?
Yep.
Yes. All right. So I always go to prefrontal cortex and neuroplasticity.
I knew you were going to say that.
Yeah? Okay. So prefrontal cortex, I am fascinated by it. It is the front part of our brain, and it's called the executive part of our brain because it's in charge of our mood and our reactions, how we, just
perceive.
100%. Our perspective, even our ability to organize, our creativity level, all of that is really through the prefrontal cortex. So if you struggle with things like that, or even like motivation, the ability to just get started, it's because your prefrontal cortex is not being activated. So here's the thing, there's hope, because you can do things just like you can do things to correct your gut health, you can do things to correct your mind health. And that's where neuroplasticity comes in, because when you start activating your prefrontal cortex, you start changing your thought patterns.
So you're rewiring it.
100%.
If somebody's stuck and they can't exercise or diet or whatever, is the prefrontal cortex involved?
100%. It's basically stagnant. It's kind of asleep at the wheel.
Got it.
And you just need to do certain strategic moves. Here we go again, strategic quality moves to activate the prefrontal cortex. Then you'll start seeing an improvement.
Yep. Okay.
So we're going to kind of sound like a broken record here. I mean, I know we do, but it comes down to knowing the right things to do. Like Lindsey said, there's so much information out there.
Yep.
You have to know what is quality and strategy moves to apply to all 4 of these core areas that are so important for your overall well-being.
Yep.
So what's an easy takeaway for people that are watching this video? What's one thing they could do today to improve their gut health?
Gonna go back to poop.
Okay, I figured you were going to go that direction.
So here's this is not the end all. This is not the solution. This is not even a percentage. But just as an example, if you take baking soda, which everybody has, it costs $2, $3 a box. And if you take baking soda and you put a teaspoon in water, stir it up, drink it down, you're going to go to the bathroom. If you had trouble going to the bathroom, probably 4, 5, 6 hours later. Well, that's a good step. And that now you're getting things ready, you're getting things moving, you're getting things prepared to start to now act on that gut microbiome. It's only an example. I'm not saying that this is going to be, this is a fix-all, because it's not. But you've asked me for a tip, and this is a good one that gets the bowels moving, and now you're starting to prepare the body to do the work it needs to do.
Yeah, it's something that people can absolutely do, and they'll get
Easy.
For sure result.
Good result.
Yes.
Yep. How about you?
For me, one of my favorite tips, and something I tell people that I work with through coaching, especially if they're struggling with like low mood, anxiety, anything like that, cold water therapy. Yes, 100%. So go stand in the shower. If your mood is low, fatigue, motivation, whatever it is,
try it.
Go stand in the shower.
Watch.
And you want to go as cold as you possibly can on the water and stand in it as long as you can. So I always tell people, try and start off with 30 seconds, work your way up to 2 minutes, and you can actually activate your vagus nerve in the cold shower by just getting your scalp under the faucet.
So turn around. Back of the neck.
All the way down the spine, because that's where the
100%.
vagus nerve is at. And you will be astonished at what this does. It literally invigorates you. It wakes everything up, and you'll feel 100% better.
It oxygenates you.
Yeah.
It brings oxygen
circulation,
and blood
flow,
circulation.
all of that. And they've literally been doing cold water therapy for thousands of years.
Yep. Absolutely.
Yeah.
A lot of people follow Wim Hof too.
Yes.
So.
Yes. So again, quality over quantity, strategy. So much of the time, it's like a lot of these simple things too, like cold water, baking soda, that if you do them on a consistent basis, if you have these tools in your toolbox and you know when to pull them out, they can have a huge impact.
Yep.
So we believe in our method so much, and it's worked for us personally, obviously, and it's also worked for pretty much everyone we work with one-on-one.
They follow it.
Yep.
No question about it.
But we want to help more people than we can reach. So we've come up with an entire course, an online course for people who are struggling in this way. And our goal is to take you from being stuck and blocked in your mind and your gut to free and thriving and feeling amazing and living
alive
with purpose
and energetic.
Yes. Yeah.
So we hope that this was helpful. We want you to know you can do this.
Yeah, 100%.
You can repair your brain and your gut connection. It's in these simple steps, but you have to follow the program. You have to follow these strategic steps.
Yeah.
And when you begin doing this, it will lead to a ton of reward and benefit, especially as it relates to more peace and less stress about your health and how you feel, and just more overall enjoyment in life.
Exactly. And don't feel like, this course is high level. This is for anybody and everybody who is struggling with digestive and mind issues.
It's not complicated.
It's not. If we can fix it, you can fix it. So if any of this resonated with you, give us a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to more videos like this for the All In YouTube channel. And also, if you have felt empowered and motivated by what you've heard today, or maybe you know somebody that struggles in this area, give us a little comment below and we will reach out to you and see if we can help. And you might be even a candidate for the course.
Yep. So we appreciate you watching. And remember, health is not everything, but everything else is nothing without your health.
Without your help.
Yeah.
See you next time.
Thank you.